stones in his buckets.
Do we have to do an intro to?
Yarn at the Barn, you should be in. That was good.
Oh, fuck me, how did I get the job of hosting this? Let me know when we're good to. Oh, fuck, I've dropped my cards.
Yeah.
He's dropped his cards.
You should be recording all this. This is gold. Hello and welcome to Behind the Barn Door, the Stones in His Pocket special.
Or as we like to call it, Yarn at the Barn. I am your director, Matthew McElhinney. Let's begin. Shaun. Hello and welcome everyone to Yarn at the Barn. I am your host, Matthew McElhinney. And on today's show, we have the wonderful Shaun Blaney.
How's it going? You well?
And the gregarious Gerard McCabe.
Yeah. Gregarious.
Thank you. It is very hot in here today, guys. Okay, so we've got some questions that we prepared earlier. So, Shaun Blaney, for 50 points. Mm-hmm. What have you been up to since the last performance at the Barn, Shaun?
I've been waiting patiently for the next performance at the Barn. Doing not much at all, just missing you guys every day.
I read.
That's so.
In America and Australia.
No, I was nominated for an Irish Theatre Award, and then I went to
Shaun's class. So, Gerard, what have you been up to since your last performance at the Barn,
Well, there
Gerard?
haven't been Sean's awards, obviously, but yeah, a couple of wee bits and pieces on TV. Blue Lights. A wee drunken character in Blue Lights.
a wee drunken recurring character that steals the show on Blue Lights. Just nothing much like.
Okay, so how does the Barn's production of this show sit in the legacy of Stones in His Pockets? That's a great question.
That is a very good
Should we
question.
talk
Did you come up with that, Alex?
Should we
That's
talk
very
about
good.
how on the ferry on the way over here we watched the original?
Yeah, we did.
What's the
That's
original on the way over?
Watched the
Conleth
original.
Hill and Sean Campion.
I
Yeah.
think
They
it's
did a fantastic job.
30 years ago? What are we now? It's coming up to the 30 year.
Well, this is the 25th anniversary tour. It was done, so it's 20 years.
28 years, yeah. So whenever it was done really simply. Just flight case the two lads, and it was a phenomenon because it was so basic and it took the world by storm. And I think people hadn't really seen that poor theatre on like the West End and Broadway in that way before. So we thought we'd come along and make an arse of it. No, we thought we'd come along and it'd been done so many times. It started to drift away from its sort of original essence, and the message was getting lost. It was like the analogy was like putting in an old VHS tape, and then it got grainier and grainier.
Yeah.
So we wanted to try and do something, reinvigorate it, make it fresh again. And the Barn offered us that opportunity because we got to put the movies on the stage. And it's a play about the movies. And then the way in which we've done the changes in characters, the costume shifts. There's so much detail now. So,
I didn't actually feel brave enough to watch it.
yeah.
So we were sitting on the boat because we've done it twice now, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I feel confident in like my decisions. I'm happy, having fun on stage." And then we watched it, and I was like, it was lovely to see some of the decisions that they had made that were massively different.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing it. I seen the original production when I was a kid, like 16. And then I was like, actually, I put them in such a pedestal. They're so good. But we're just not blowing our own trouble. But I know it's Stones 2.0 with all the sort of the screens and the sound bites and stuff. But I think we do it justice. We're just as good.
Well, I mean, wasn't it Conleth who said he was ready to pass on the mantle?
Yeah.
So Conleth was the original Olivier Award winner when they did it.
He says, I can finally pass on.
And there was the original director was Ian McElhinney, who happens to be my dad, and he says whenever the review came out, said better than the original. He says, "What is this scurrilous rag? Give me the scurrilous rag." So yeah, no, I think so. I think it's extended.
But you knew that?
Yeah.
You called that reporter, you said you met him in the barn.
And slipped him a 20. No.
You always called it a scurrilous rag, though.
So I think it's expanded upon the legacy. It's it's set it in a modern world for modern audiences, and I feel like I hope it goes on the journey that it went on before. You know.
Yeah, that would be great.
Keeping
But I think it
fresh
should
and
be
keeping it
re-released.
As a new
the
script?
25th anniversary script.
because there's been that many.
We've put in so many wee sort of
additions,
ad-libs. It's good, and,
Yeah.
it would be lovely for people to see the original that was about Extravision and the VHS shop
Yeah.
and the DVD and the streaming sites like Amazon, Netflix. How it's just we had to change things to bring it up to date.
All with the writer's permission. I have to add, it wasn't just.
Yeah, that was lucky too.
Right.
Next.
Okay, next.
While growing up, were you aware of how well loved and successful the show was with audiences across the world, as your mum got an extension on the house?
Yeah, it was the house that Stones built. No, I mean, it was. Yeah, it was pretty obvious to us. It started as literally poor theatre in a wee church hall somewhere in West Belfast. Went to the Lyric. It was very good, but at that stage didn't really make any waves of, oh, this is going to go on to become something incredible. Then they brought in Conleth, and they brought in the actor Shaun, and then my dad stepped in to direct it, and they did it again at the Lyric, and I think that's when they said, we've got a bit of magic here, a bit of lightning in a bottle. We don't know what it is. Went to Edinburgh. The Fringe blew the place apart. They then went straight to the Trike, and then went from the Trike into the West End. And
Tricycle
it just
Theatre,
kept
darling.
the Tricycle Theatre, darling. And it just kept exploding up and up. It was a phenomenon, and I think it was kind of like pinch yourself stuff, because it was literally 2 guys and a flight case and a row of shoes.
Yeah. 4 years on the West End.
4 years in the West End, and then Broadway, and then
I stopped on Broadway because
9/11. 9/11 was the reason to stop in Broadway. So my mother went from
60 Minutes and stuff as well. The two boys getting
they did that, but they did Charlie Rose. So it literally went from my mum would have been sort of moderately successful, but that literally just put her like on the international playwright status. So I think their lives changed sort of significantly. I remember like she was faking silly money, I guess, but they opened on Broadway. She flew about 40 people over, family and friends, to go over and see it. I couldn't go because I was doing second year, so I was raging. But yeah, so it had a really massive impact on me, just really in terms of jealousy of everyone else getting to enjoy it, and I am to go to school.
But like your house has seen some people come through it.
Oh yeah, through the doors.
Your
Yeah.
kitchen table is class, but your kitchen table must have seen some amazing people set out, like amazing Charlies.
Yeah, well, I remember when they came back with it. I remember they came round to the house with the Oliviers. Conleth, and there's photos up in the house with Conleth and my ma, because Conleth got one and my mum got one. And just there was a big party and everything, and I remember, I think my dad was away directing it, and they'd had a big party for it opening somewhere, and I came down and the place was wrecked, and my mum was really hungover, and she goes, Matthew, can you help me tidy this place up? And I went, can I get my dad to do it? She goes, your dad's been in America for the past 3 weeks. And I went, all right, I'll help you then. So yeah, no, it was, you couldn't help but notice the impact. I mean, it was a phenomenon, total phenomenon. So yeah.
No, but we've had some great people see it as well, our version. And
oh yes, I mean, we've got
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan was in to see it. The original guys came in. I suppose we could. It's not giving anything away to say that there's a bit of a surprise at the end in terms of all the sort of the great and the good of Northern Ireland. The stars becoming the extras, and the extras becoming the stars. So there's a couple of pretty exciting cameos. But yeah, no, people love it, like, and continue to love it, and I'm sure.
And if Jamie Dornan is listening, come and see the press.
Well, he didn't.
Because he was there.
Going to be in a play.
He promised us the last time, and he let us down.
Well, no, he was in the Lyric on our last show. Remember, they couldn't get him a ticket. Because I met him between shows. He was doing an interview, and I says, Jamie,
couldn't get him a ticket.
Are you coming in? And he says, I tried. He says that there's no tickets left tonight. And I was like, we could have got you sitting in the house. Yeah. So he did say, if you're doing it again. And he did say he lives near Siren Sister.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, he should come and see it.
Not gonna lie, like seeing when Pierce Brosnan, when we met him, that was like, it was an awesome thing.
But I think he was in awe of you too. He was going, how the hell did they do it? How the hell did they do it?
I don't think I could do this. Not whenever I was younger. I don't think.
Lovely to talk to him, but the first night where Conleth came to see it, I mean, he's never gonna listen to this, hopefully. But like, I am always starstruck every time I see him, and I've seen him work on stage, and I've seen him work.
I'm going to send it to him.
Please do. Like, but
he's
the best. Like, he's absolutely the best. So whenever he said, "Well done," and the passy torch thing, I was like, I just need to go away for a wee second. Thanks very much.
No, they loved it. They loved it because they could see it. It is the next step of its journey.
And I decided that I wanted to be an actor. I actually started off, I don't know if you know this, in Bombardier making airplanes when I left school.
Did you?
So I did 2 weeks in Bombardier shorts, and it was a nightmare. So I dropped out, but I didn't tell my dad. Because they were paying you £30 a week for the training. But I told my mum, and my mum says, right, come, she took me to see Stones in His Pockets to go and says, you need to be that good if you're going to do this. Yeah. So I knew then how good it was. It was like the showcase, and it is now canonical, if that's such a word. It's part of the Irish canon of theatre.
Well, I mean, so many really good actors that have done it before as well. Like I told people the first time I was casting it, that I was playing Jake, and immediately like met 3 or 4 Jakes, 3 or 4 Charlies. Like everybody's done a version of it.
Yeah.
So it was like, not only does everybody love it, but when you put it on back home, everybody goes to see it again and again. It's just, it was always there. You worked in Bombardier, that made...
Just for 2 weeks. It was a nightmare.
That terrifies me. That's like Bowen when the door comes off.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't actually build the planes. It was like 2 weeks of training in front of a computer screen saying, do you know what to do at lunchtime with your knife and fork? And stuff. This is it's like playing with crayons. Okay, here's another one.
By the way, is this edited and put together?
No.
This is all just
We'll soon find out. So did you base your performances on anyone you know in real life? Well, that's really for...
That's for you too, yeah.
But yes, Brother Gerard that I play is based on my old maths teacher, an Irish teacher, Brother O'Mahony, who was a Christian brother, and a really, really cool, nice sort of Christian brother, because they get such a bad name, the Christian brothers, for whatever reason. But he wasn't too strict. He did carry a cane. So again, I remember all the stories of the brothers before, the Christian brothers before, like beating the life out of people. But he didn't. He was really soft-spoken and sort of really nice. So yeah, I based him on that. And I'm a Charlie Collins based on Conleth.
Conleth?
Class.
Actually, based on all the girls you went to.
Aisling is based on any agent I've ever had from London.
Oh.
And somebody that used to work with my wife in a private school. And she I didn't think she...
Or are we allowed to say that we shouldn't say real names? Because Simon's based on a artistic director of the National Theatre of Northern Ireland. Right, that's enough
You're
now.
getting no more details.
No more work from me.
I think Mickey, there's a bit of my granny in Mickey, just the height of it, and the way he talks with like a whistle on her dresses.
Yeah.
There's a lot of saliva in his mouth. It's like, that reminds me of my granny. But also the grabbing your arm to talk to you.
always touching on it.
Right. What do you miss most about Ireland when in England?
The Guinness. It has got better. Actually, I must admit.
Last night.
Oh, did you?
Black Horse. Yeah.
I think that
You did forewarn me, to be fair.
Yeah, I was like, why are you ordering Guinness? It was watering. It needs to be really ice cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't really keep the kegs over here. Like
Or the
ale
pints.
kegs and stuff are just in storage. They're not in freezers.
Yeah.
Whereas the Guinness needs to be really, really cold.
It's not the same. I kind of miss like you step off a plane and it's just fresh. Like the air is fresh and cool in Ireland.
It's not like that in England.
No, it's like full of regret. There's just something about, and I love,
Please, Alex, please.
I love like country air. I really miss the smell of slurry. Weirdly.
All right, I'll stay at home.
I miss the political strife.
Yeah.
You come to England, there's just not
I
enough
suppose
drama.
I should say I miss my partner and kids.
Oh yeah, I miss my wife.
And that, and that.
Do
you know what I miss?
We've only been here like a
Yeah.
day, so we don't know. Really
No,
what
it's hard to
we
know
miss
it.
Do you know what I
Like-
really miss? Like if you go a while without it, a good yo. You never hear that.
It's always on your
Or
Look, miss a good
some
yo.
of the food, the breads. We're famous for our breads.
Potato bread.
Potato bread, and our Vita and our fucking scones and all that. We have like a plethora of breads that we would go through.
Yeah.
Just have to start making them ourselves.
Go on.
Oh god, right. What is something we don't know about your co-star?
Oh, your gay dalliances.
They're not dalliances.
They're full-blown committed relationship.
That's a joke.
What is something we don't know about your co-star?
Well, how can you answer that? Because then
Gerard, I know Gerard built a park waterway
Yes.
up round his...
That's
Well, I
something
do
know
know
about it.
yeah, but they don't know about it.
Yeah.
What?
There's no point in me guessing what they know about Gerard.
Yeah.
We could be here a while.
Oh, so, yeah. Should we just say
Something
you
we don't know about your coast. Ah, right.
All right. Yes. That was. It wasn't me that actually built it, but you said I got some funding for a dam facing my house to be rejuvenated, and they built a walkway around the dam, and I got the money together from Belfast City Council and Colliers to have a big festival on the day, and I've never been more hungover the day that we had the road. And hundreds of, I thought there was only going to be 50 kids. It turned out there was about 500 kids from all over Leganeel came to this opening of the park. And it was called, I thought this was really fun, they called the festival Damn Proud. And I was like,
What? When was this?
This was only about 3 years ago. This
You built a dam?
No, the dam was already there for
Not like
hundreds of
my
years.
hand, he's not a
Right.
paper.
What I'm saying is we got the funding together to rejuvenate and make it like a walk so people can walk outdoors, the
right,
kids can play in it and stuff like
Damn
that.
Pride.
It's
No,
just
Damn
all-
Pride's good. Damn
Yeah,
Pride's
so it was
good.
the Damn Pride Festival. It was a multicultural picnic where we brought all the communities together which was fantastic actually when you think in this day and age how so many people think we're so different in certain parts of the country. That it was lovely that we had loads of different ethnicities all come with their types of food and stuff, sharing it out. Like we were tasting all this food from all around the world, and everyone was getting on together, playing together without a worry in the world. And now, because now it looks like we went backwards.
So what do we not know about him?
The gay dalliance.
Yeah, we covered that.
No. I don't know one. Yes, I do know.
absolutely nothing.
The
about
last
you.
time, no, this is
And
good
I've
that
no
the audience will
interest.
not know. This is a brilliant one. That actually the first time we did the show, you had already sort of lost like 80% of your hearing, but you didn't wear a hearing aid, so you were doing a lot of it through lip
That's
reading.
right. Yeah.
And I thought that was really, really cool. That like no one knew how deaf you were, and
Wow.
you
So I've got
Still get away
no,
with it?
yeah, I got no high frequency. That's all. I wear 2 hearing aids. With this show, I wear 1 hearing aid because the mic goes over
Right.
the top of the other one. But even just one is a big game changer. Yeah, but just coming out of COVID, I was still lip reading, and that's why the audience would shout stuff up, and you would interact with them. I'd be like,
I
"Who's
don't
he
know what they're
talking
saying. What's the way you're doing awful one? And it was the shower scene. I was wondering, we never got the timing of the shower scene, and then I just remembered because it's just a shadowy. You can read my lips.
to?" You're
You didn't,
like,
yeah.
"Sure." It was just like I have no idea what he's saying.
I think that blows my mind. I thought that was fantastic. Well done.
I mean, in retrospect, I'd get them earlier, and I wouldn't put half as much effort into
Yeah.
trying to lip read people. But yeah,
Was the other son they didn't know?
Deaf, diabetic, autistic. We need a grant.
Yeah, there we go. We're off. Okay. Is it my one again? How did it feel to perform at the sold out Lyric Theatre when you did a show last?
Well, I'd never seen a response to a show like it. I mean, if they've lifted the roof off the place, I genuinely never had seen it because they were. I mean, you have a stand ovation halfway through the second act. They're on their feet at the end, and then they stay on their feet for like 5 minutes while we come out and bow as every single
Usually just come
character.
in at the end for the stand.
Yes, I used to just stand at the back and just go.
We do work for it though.
Yeah,
yeah, we do. I mean, I think that's my favorite place to play. I love that room.
yeah.
I really love it, and the crack in it. But there was something about that show where the crack just permeated the whole building.
Oh yeah,
Didn't it?
yeah.
Like it didn't just stay in the theater, and everybody was out having a great time afterwards. So it felt like
Oh,
Yeah.
you could feel the buzz. There was such a buzz about people I know who didn't really go to the theatre were saying, "I want to get tickets for this."
Yeah, and actually that was
Such a buzz about
I
it.
have to say, actually, credit where it's due. That's down to the Barnes marketing
Yeah, the
in
marketing
Belfast.
was
They came over to
outstanding.
Northern Ireland and they taught. No, they really did. They taught a lesson.
Yeah.
Here's how to quickly market.
Don't think Alex was on that gig though.
Yeah. But it was
Alex
fantastic.
is the barn.
You felt like a superstar because they had the posters up everywhere. They had, remember the flagpoles they had us all.
That's
lying
right.
in
The
City
posters
Hall.
on the in the town,
Yeah,
which
on
I've
the
never had
lamppost.
before.
They usually use them for like Belfast City Council events or something, but they were able to do that. So on every other flagpole there was like
With a
oh,
drone shot
amazing.
going up the lagging down into the foyer, and yeah,
So if people didn't know about the show before then,
Yeah.
they definitely, it was the talk of the town. It really was.
Drone shots going down the lagoon. Normally they just put people in bubbles and send them down there.
that's another marketing ploy that Sean's been involved in.
Right, what have you got first?
Right, here we go. Who would you most like? Do you have a pint with of the characters you play in the show, and what might that look like? Okay, well I'll let you answer it, and then we
Will
can.
you start? Who would you like to have, and we'll become those characters.
It has to be Owl Mickey. Owl Mickey, and I think it's got to be Charlie or maybe
It's got to be Charlie, because Charlie would be on.
Maybe,
Charlie would be having the
oh, wait,
bag,
Charlie
wouldn't he?
be on. Yeah, Charlie.
He'd be there. He'd be there.
Charlie bring the extras as well.
Come on over, join us. It's your round.
Or Clem. Sure, right. Maybe not Charlie.
Brilliant night, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh mate, I was having a hard."
Or maybe
time."
you'd want to have a pint with Caroline Giovanni.
I think I would like to have a pint with Caroline Giovanni, 100%, because that
So we
scene
really
where she's across the
should take
bar,
this somewhere else.
yeah.
Down to theatre.
But that, like, she comes across the bar, like, every time we do it, you can feel, like, the audience going, oh, it's happening. But, like, you get anxious going, like, Caroline's on her way over. So the excitement.
And Caroline would love Siren Sister, wouldn't she? This would be her type of town.
Well, I'll tell you
If I'm
what.
allowed to, I'd go Caroline and Dave.
Caroline and Dave.
Because I feel like I've hung about with everybody else loads. I'll go. I don't know Dave enough yet. I'll go for a pint with Dave.
Well, why don't I take your order then?
Mm-hmm.
So, what'll it be? What'll it be today, Mickey?
What'll it be? I'll have a pint of the black stuff.
A pint of the black from Kevin.
And I'll have a Bushmills.
Bridget Bushmills.
The
Mickey.
black bush.
The black bush.
And I'll have like a nice Sauvignon Blanc or maybe a champagne if they have it. She'll have a shandy.
A shandy for Miss Giovanni.
Shandy? Mickey, what is this shandy?
Have a shandy and she'll like it.
I don't know this shandy. Is this Irish? I'll have a shandy.
Oh fuck! Is there Clem Curtis? Clem, what do you have tonight, Clem?
Thank you, darlings. Yes, I'll have a brandy. Of course, Clem would be on the brandy.
Top shelf for Clem. What
Brandy
best for Clem?
on Irish coffee. That's what I'll have. Yeah, beautiful, yeah.
Dave, I hope you're not taking cocaine over there.
No, mate. No, everything's sweet.
You were barred the last time, remember?
No.
I can't remember that.
Charlie, is that you following him into the bathroom?
No, he followed me.
For Italians.
For Italians?
For Italian. Right, here's
Right,
one that
okay.
leads on to that. What is your favourite thing to do when in Cirencester?
All I
Go
do
to
is
the bar with
yeah, all I do in Cirencester is go to the theatre then go to the bar.
No, the restaurants are fantastic.
Yeah, lovely restaurants. Like, it's a lovely part of the world. Like, I mean, what have we done that you could be considered in any way cultural?
I mean, I think we.
Well, we
blew-
far from great culture.
hold on, the Sunday nights time. We
Yeah,
have to
blew
get
the
a wee.
roof
Oh no, yeah, we've got to give it up to the
We call it
Black Horse to the
Black
karaoke.
Horse, yes, we go and do a wee
is
open
the
mic.
place to be on
Welcomed
Sunday
us with open arms. They feel like we're one of the crowd.
Maybe fucking give us the cajon there, and maybe you should give us Hotel California.
Well, I'd lead the wolves in front, as we know. No, it's been great. We love all the bakeries. What do you call that place? Does the Rubens, Need Bakery, isn't it?
Yeah, Need.
Teatro, of course, is fantastic. It's one of the best pubs here.
It is lovely
And
to
the
just
hotels.
finish a play and then go next door with friends that have come to see the play and sit in theatre.
Sit in that lovely courtyard where they've got
That is absolutely gorgeous. And then, like, there's just so many places to walk. There's amazing stuff. There's like a church that's just down the road that's 1,000 years old.
Yeah,
You
the
have to walk
Crineum,
over the fields to get to it.
museum and stuff as well. Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
It actually, we're very lucky because every time we come here, it's sunny.
Yeah, it's
So it's
gorgeous.
like we feel like as we're on holiday. It's like, this is great. Look at your shirt. It's like
We should give
sun shining.
a shout out to Burgerlish fan as well.
Burgerlish, the Burgerlish fan.
Burgerlish
Yeah.
man.
What's his
van
name?
is great.
Dave?
Well, that's what we were thinking.
Dave or
Down here,
John?
it's down here.
The Burgerlish van man. Yeah,
Yeah.
The burgers are
Yeah.
unbelievable. It's like
Yeah.
it comes on in the market days. That's what
Yeah.
the market they've got.
The market, they've got
Yeah.
the market. So basically, come to Cirencester, come watch Stones in His Pockets, and then go to the Burgerlish fan, and that's your weekend.
I'll tell you what. I'd love to do that every night.
What have you learnt from each other as actors?
How do you act? No,
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're very, very welcome.
There is a thing in that, the discipline and that, especially going from the first time when I found it that actually you couldn't hear, and the amount of work that you put in to do that at that time, I said, he's so much more professional. I'm literally, I should be a lot more prepared. So yeah, also to trust your instincts and our characters and what we would do.
Yeah.
That's a big thing because we sort of talked about it for weeks about what way, but we also went back to sort of our first incarnation of what we originally did.
Yeah.
Just to get into character. It was just so simple and believable.
I think like we have really, really lovely chemistry on stage. I love performing with you because it's never the same 2 nights in a row. Like some scenes you go like, okay, there's moments we have to hit, but the conversation is just always conversation. Some stuff that you do is unteachable. Like you are so funny on stage.
Yeah,
so
you
funny.
heard it somewhere. Like,
I know it was all Matthew. It was from watching him give me line reads.
And then I suppose the last, you're totally right, just trusting your instincts, because I think we have a chemistry that's been built up over 3 shows, but then we did another show together just before this, back in Belfast. Chronicles, and there were scenes that we had where we were talking through a cell wall, and that just felt so
So natural.
at home.
It was
Yeah,
great.
it was like, I'm back at home, this is great. So there's
But yeah, we have the shorthand now that all three of us actually, even though you know how to get us places as well. Like, no, do it this way. Remember the way you did it before? Was that? And you're like, yeah. So I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, and I would say about the director, like, fair play to you, mate. You have trusted your instincts on an awful lot of big decisions on the show, even when other people couldn't see it, and then it happens, and you're like, yep.
Even the bits that are shite.
Even the bits that we went for 3 years, this has been shit, but it works now.
Shit.
He loves that
Determined.
Loves that
He still wants stuff.
I don't care if other people don't get it. I get it.
I'm the genius. Yeah. Like,
They just can't see it. They just can't see it.
Is that us?
One day. That's us. That's us. On that note of my misunderstood genius, thank you very much for joining us at
Yarn at the Barn.
Yarn at the Barn. We're away for Camden Hills, 3 Camden Hills. Yeah.
That's only 1 o'clock.
Fuck it.
Thank you so much, Alex. Thanks, Onion.
Thanks, Alex.
Do we not have a right to tell our story the way we want to tell it? If this was a story, those stars would become the extras, and the extras would become the stars.